Stand for Children was created to give children a voice. We believe all children deserve an equal opportunity to succeed, and education really is the great equalizer. But far too many kids aren't getting the education they need. We're committed to righting this wrong. Our mission is to ensure that all children, regardless of their background, graduate from high school prepared for and with access to a college education. We make that happen in three major ways. First, we educate and empower parents, teachers, and community members. Second, we advocate for local, state, and national education policies and investments. Third, we ensure the policies and funding we fight for reach classrooms and have a positive impact. Here in Texas, public schools face some serious challenges. Our graduation rate is just 70%. Our student population is growing and changing. And at the same time, we've been managing a major budget crisis. That's why Stand for Children is here. In the big picture and long term, we want every child to have access to great teachers and great schools so they graduate from high school ready for college and careers. Now, as we all know, there's no silver bullet to get there. It requires hard work and takes time. State agencies, administrators, parents, and educators need to work together, school by school, district by district, and across the state. Here in Texas, we're focusing our work on the things that we think will make the biggest impact on the kids who need it most. School funding, early childhood education, and ensuring there are well-supported, high-quality teachers in every classroom. We also need people willing to take a stand and lead the way. We're working to build an army of engaged parents across the state who know the issues and will demand the resources and changes our schools need. Stand for Children works across the country from your house to the schoolhouse to the state house to mobilize people around a common goal of improving the odds for children. And we do that work unlike any other education reform organization. STAND is uniquely structured to tackle the issues in public education from all directions, at home, with parents, at school with teachers and administrators, and the State House with policymakers. In addition, STAND is effective in part because we have a partner 501c4 membership organization, which can take direct action to lobby or advocate for specific policy changes and endorse candidates for public office. By working together, our two organizations can better deliver education reforms to improve the lives of all children in Texas public schools. What makes STAND uniquely effective is that we work from a variety of angles to bring about change. Without action from all perspectives, important issues might not be heard in the legislature, and changes that need to happen might not make it from a policy paper into the classroom. STAND connects the dots. We're also experienced at helping parents take the first step. We provide training workshops, listening sessions, and tools to help parents engage with their children's education in effective and meaningful ways. And as parents grow more and more empowered, they quickly demand long-term, systemic changes. Essentially, what we're doing is building an army of engaged and empowered parents who understand what's needed and how to make those changes happen. This work has the power to create real impact, and we have evidence of that from our work in Texas and across the country. By the end of 2015, our goal nationally is that Stand for Children's efforts will help prepare more than 1.5 million students 80% of whom are low income, to be successful in college and their careers. We actively seek to remove barriers that get in the way of needed improvements and innovation in the education system. While we expect to see some positive short-term changes as a result of our work, many of the policy solutions we enact will require long-term commitments to improve classrooms. We rigorously evaluate both the impact and reach of policy solutions we champion. We also work with external evaluators to build an effective system for measuring our policy, electoral, and parent engagement work. We have many great partners in this work that we're excited to collaborate with. KIPP, Yes Prep, Teach for America, and many more. We all work toward a similar goal, but in very different ways. One thing that sets us apart is the power of our organizing model and how we've leveraged it to win successes across the country. Our organizers are key. They're our conduit to parents, teachers, and other concerned community members. Organizers build teams of parents and educators, largely within school communities. They identify areas that are good targets. They seek public schools where the leaders are innovative, the need is evident, and parents and teachers are interested. We also organize community members without a school affiliation. All of these teams working together provide input and a base of support that mobilizes in support of STAND's local and statewide education reform agenda. Our organizing model has proven to be effective for more than a decade in 10 states. This combination of national experience, strong organizational partnerships, and local perspective enables us to become highly effective very quickly when we launch a new location. In our first year working in the state of Texas, we've taken some big steps toward building a stronger system of education for our children. We helped advocate for changes that ensure that best teachers stay in the classroom when cuts are made, and help principals become stronger school leaders. Our teams of parents attended rallies in Houston and Austin, advocating for more fair funding for charter schools. Perhaps what we're most proud of is our organizing. In less than a year, we've organized over 300 strong, active parents in Houston who are ready to fight for both local and statewide improvements to schools. In 2012, we began launching local work in Austin and Dallas, and our statewide influence is continuing to grow. We look forward to having an even bigger, broader impact on the lives of Texas kids for many years to come. It's an unfortunate reality, but education reform can be a polarizing topic that often divides adults into factions. And too often, the debate loses sight of the fact that we all want the same thing: a better school system for our children. At STAND, we're not afraid to take an uncomfortable or difficult position if we believe that it's in the best interest of children and public schools. We're willing to work with anyone: Democrats, Republicans, parents, teachers, unions, principals, and school board members who make children a priority and whose policies align with ours. Texas is reeling from the staggering cuts to public education. Having an adequate and equitable budget would improve academic success, keep effective teachers in programs, and ensure that all children get a chance to succeed. We're working to implement a long-term plan to increase parent and community awareness about Texas school funding system. We want to be sure parents understand the effects the budget cuts have had on education and hear the stories of individuals impacted. We will empower people to take action and form a large standing community of advocates with the potential to have a direct impact on Texas' 5 million public school students. We will execute this plan by traveling to parts of the state that are often underrepresented in the education dialogue and building teams in strategic places. We will also continue to work with our established teams. Additional resources would enable us to expand our geographic footprint and educate and engage more parents. The more resources we have, the more parents we can reach, and the broader our impact will be. In order to keep our organizing powerful and effective, we have to have highly skilled and trained staff. More money allows us to expand and hire great people who can take our message to a broader audience. Given more resources, not only would we expand our human capital and be able to reach more physical areas, we'd also be able to do a better job reaching the full spectrum of parents. That means providing our materials in more languages, offering a wide variety of ways to interact, and creating better tools to educate parents on the importance of their involvement and give them what they need to get started making educational change.